Hello and welcome to my channel. My name is Gabriella and I've been a Pilates bar and yoga instructor for 8.5 years now. And I have been blessed with the opportunity to work with people from ages 18 to 80, everything in between, all walks of life, college kids, office workers, athletes, and everything in between. And what's wonderful about that is it's given me so much insight into uh, everyday life and what people really need out of their workouts and movement to, yes, look great and feel great, but to really experience a fulfilling life and really support their bodies and enjoy life from being as healthy and as strong as they can be. So, I wanted to create a mini series that I'm introducing today, which is going to be a little stretch series that I'm creating for anyone who travels a lot for work, uh, has a really busy schedule. Maybe it's an unconventional schedule where studios or movement, fitting it into your daily routine is difficult. And I know that that can be a sort of a barrier that separates you from having consistent movement. And because of that, your body starts to respond to the lack of movement, to the tightness, the stiffness, the tension, the stress. All of those things compound. So I wanted to create something, like I said, that is just a really simple little mini series with stretches that are basic in nature, but very effective. And you can do them anywhere, anytime, and very easily implement them into your schedule. And then notice the difference. So if you follow along with this and you participate in this, let me know in the comments, how you're feeling. If there's ever anything, specific, like a specific area of the body that you'd like me to maybe do a video on, that'd be cool. I'm always open to that kind of feedback. And I don't want to go on too long with this introduction, but I think, like I said, it would be a really cool way to take 1 to 2 exercises per day. We'll focus on 1 to 2 areas of the body, keep it really simple, break it down each day. And then, like I said, you can kind of cycle through the videos or create a routine if you would like with stretching. And then I foresee a strength series after. So I'm going to start first with the stretching, kind of the warm up tension release series. And then we'll go into the strength work series later on after that. And then you'll have both. You can stretch, you can strengthen on the go, or whenever it works well for your schedule. And in my link in bio, I have an on demand platform with full workout videos if that's something you're interested in. And then I also have personal training, coaching available as well if that's ever something that you are interested in. So let's go ahead and get started though with our stretch session. So what I have today for equipment, which is very simple and not mandatory. This is just if you have it around um, or want to include it at any point. A TheraBand, long resistance band. This could also be a bathrobe tie, or some kind of scarf, anything like that of that nature. And then I also have a chair as well, which I will demo afterwards. We're going to start with our floor exercises first. So we are going to stretch today hamstrings and back of the legs and low back. Very commonly tense areas of the body, especially if you're sitting a lot, you're flying a lot, you're not getting regular movement. These are two areas of the body where that tightness, you really, really, like I said, it compounds and you really start to feel it. So this is great if you're at home, if you're in your hotel room, and the supine, as we call it, the lying down version, will start with the back of the legs, the hamstrings. So we would take our strap if we're using one, and we would put it around the right foot, and we're going to reach that right foot up towards the sky and gently flex your right foot, like 50% of your full strength, just enough to actively lengthen the leg muscles, but then we stay relaxed in the leg. So we're allowing the body time to stretch and allow the muscles to respond to the stretch on their sort of own time. And we've got that gentle little bit of activation, so it's not too passive, the activity in the legs, with that flexed foot. And then we're just gonna relax here. I like to say take 3 to 5 cycles of breath. Our muscles, especially when you're releasing tension, do not respond like an Instagram feed. You're going to have to practice a little bit of patience. And then from here, let's move to the next side. So we can bring the right foot down and reach that left leg on up. So again, a gentle flex with that left foot to add a little bit of activity, and then just relax into that left leg. 3 to 5 cycles of breath. And if you don't have a strap or a band at home, you can always interlace the hands back behind the leg and use that as a means of support. And then again, have that gentle flex with the left foot. And then once you've completed your 3 to 5 cycles of breath, we can bring the left leg down. Now, ideally, you would want to do that 2 to 3 times on each leg to really sort of experience the release from the back of the legs. And after you complete those 2 to 3 rounds, we'll move to the low back. So we'll bend the knees, bring the knees in towards the chest. If you're bringing your hands to your shins and your head and neck is lifted up off the floor and it's not comfortable to relax the head back down, the shoulder blades back down on the mat, then I highly recommend you grab, again, a strap, a resistance band, put that around the shins and hold the knees in towards the chest. We don't want the head and neck to have any unnecessary strain by being lifted up off the floor. We want to keep it relaxed on the floor, always supported. And then from here, whether you're using a strap around the shins or not, we can start to maybe rock the hips from side to side. And you're in control of the movement. So you can decide how far right to left you're moving. But we want to think about moving slowly. So we're massaging the low back against the floor. And some people like to just stay there, going back and forth. Other people like to maybe start to take some circles with the knees. And again, we're thinking about slow, big circles with the knees. Like you're, again, really massaging the low back, the hips on the floor. And again, that can be done with a strap around the shins or no strap. And then we can gently bring the feet back and down onto the floor. Okay, so that's our floor segment there. We're going to stretch the low back and the back of the legs standing now as the next option. I would try to set aside 5 minutes for that floor session. Like, put your computer away, whatever you're using to not stream this video, put it away, put whatever distractions you can away, and just stretch the back of your legs 3 rounds. Take a couple minutes doing circles with the knees or just holding the knees in towards the chest. Let me know how you feel. It's really simple but powerful work to release tension in those areas. If you're at the airport or in your office or just at a point in your day where lying down isn't comfortable or doesn't work well in your schedule, then we have a forward fold, which you're getting back of the legs and the low back at the same time. So I always like to start with reaching my arms up towards the sky, just kind of pull up tension through the rib cage up to the fingertips. So you're kind of getting like that full body stretch, and then gently exhaling to really think about melting your upper body down and over the legs. And you'll immediately start to feel a stretch in the back of the legs, even in the low back. A couple tips for this option. If your hands don't comfortably touch the floor, you can always grab opposite elbows. You can, of course, just kind of let the arms dangle if you would like. And if there's quite a bit of tension in the back of your legs and your hamstrings or your low back, you can always add a tiny bend to your knees, what I like to call a micro bend in the knees. That'll help take some of the pressure out of the stretch. And then from here, we can slowly start to rise on up to stand. Take your time. Maybe one more time, reach the arms up and then relax the arms down. And again, you would want to repeat that a couple more times, like two to three times. If bringing your hands down to the floor or grabbing opposite elbows doesn't feel good in your body, you can always bring your hands to the seat of a chair or the back of the chair. So this is great, again, if you're in your office, at home, or even, in the airport. Reaching the arms up, relaxing the hands down onto some means of support on the chair, and then again, just finding that nice forward fold. And again, 3 to 5 cycles of breath in your forward fold. And then taking your time, oh, my mat's blowing away, to come all the way on up and relax the arms back and down. So those are a couple variations, like I said, of hamstring and low back stretches that really help release the tension from long flights, long seated work days, long days in general. So I hope that this was helpful. I hope that you notice the difference, that it really is impactful and helps release tension, stiffness from your body. Feel free to let me know in the comments, and I will see you tomorrow for our next stretch session. Thanks for following along.